and whatever FlyQuest decides to pick as their number 5, saving Afro support to the very end. Is it time for a little bit more cowbell? Let's go.
The moo, let's go. All right, I'm betting that he picks the Pajama Party Alistar because that is, to my recollection, the most common Afro.
What are you going to do? Are you going to bet that the sky is blue next? Everybody plays Pajama Party.
Oh, you want to bet? I'll bet you.
What are we going to bet?
I'll just go get one of those habaneros from Raz.
Are we betting that he is playing Pajama? Because
I'm betting that he is playing Pajama.
Well, I'm not going to take the other thing because I also think he's playing Pajama.
Okay. Yes, let's say, has been tweeting about it a lot recently too. He's like, get in there, run straight down, level 1, get a kill on the enemy Inter. You can determine.
I saw the tweet. Yeah, he's like, kill the Inter.
Oh, running right down, and there you go. Good thing you didn't bet, because I know Afromoo, and I know he's always gonna play the Pajama skin.
We should have done? We should have bet on the Chroma.
Oh.
That's what we should have done.
Yeah, except then we would both be losers probably, because there's a lot of Chromas, and it's possible that we're both wrong.
You saying you're afraid? You got confidence? I mean,
no.
Just a spicy pepper.
Never.
Just a spicy pepper. I mean, if Golden Guardians win here, Raz is going to be eating one anyway.
We should have bet chat. We should have been like, all right, production, quick, put up a poll. See if we can bet chat. If we could bait any of the chat into betting.
Powerful pick in LCS gameplay here in spring, but Takoi has been one of the strongest mid laners so far in this split, so I'm excited to see what he can do with it as Afromoo just gets locked down here. Takes a lot of damage in the 2v2.
Level 1 Alistar has possibly the least amount of threat of a support, and so you're just kind of standing there in lane, and he takes a minute to retake river control here, though. The early alert does let Ole move up with them first.
Oh, but that means Afromoo and Johnson are going in for the 2v1 against Lost. He'll lose half his HP already. The flash and heal both used to get him away. Ole looking to group back up here with his AD carry in bottom lane, going back in for the 2v2, but another one's happening here in the river over the Scuttle Crab. Takoi's going to be focused, tries to flash and stay alive, but he can't do it. It's first blood over to Pride Stalker, and JOSEDEODO's going to be next. Ole dies in the 2v2 down in bottom lane, make it a 1-for-1 across the board.
Golden Guardians win the topside river skirmish, but FlyQuest win the bottom skirmish here as Ole steps up. When there are two separate fights like that going on, the comms on both sides are incredibly hectic because you're trying to coordinate with the other person in your skirmish, in your 2v2, while also trying to alert the bottom side that you're not actually completing on that rotation down to them. So you could tell the line's got a little cross there. But finish up on the minions there, whereas Takoi here now has no flash as a Syndra, and there are roam timers for the supports.
Yeah,
both of those supports can make very big plays.
Nautilus and Alistar so scary for the setup potential. And speaking of setting it up, Kumo's got the ulti, forcing the flash out of Licorice to disengage there. Without that flash, he's 100% dead. But Golden Guardians are bringing in the backup now, too. No Irelia ult available for the team fight. Koi trying to summon up a couple of orbs to be ready here for the Unleashed power. As a Blaze Olive tries to get away, Johnson's coming around from the side, and they found the enemy mid. A Blaze Olive is down. Kumo's going to try to survive the wrath of Pride Stalker and Licorice. He'll get himself away. They've already secured the Herald, and Johnson ain't done. The Zeri attacks just continue piling forward. Licorice gets away in time, but that's 1 kill plus the objective over to FlyQuest.
So good from FlyQuest. They go for the all-in on Licorice right before the fight. So Kumo knows, all I have to do, hit my ultimate. If that hits with the slow, you can follow up with the stun and force the flash out of Licorice. So then, Golden Guardians are sitting with a mini Gnar with no flash.
Blade of the Ruined King, which will make his all-ins that much more deadly. FlyQuest onto the first Drake of the game here, just about 10 minutes in. There will be no contest from the Golden Guardians. Infernal is the first Drake. Hextech is going to be the second. And Licorice might just be the target next. Johnson firing that nice little laser through the wall. Afromoo goes for the headbutt pulverize, but he will not get the pulverized part as a nice disengage thanks to the Gnar ult. He keeps Licorice alive.
Dude, I was living in the past there. I see this deep ward. That would have been perfect if there was unleashed teleports, but we're pre-14 here, so it's just going to be bottom side plays zoning off Licorice.
Licorice psyched him out there. JOSEDEODO threw out that stun, but he did not find the mark, aiming it a little bit to the right. as the turret will lose that second plate. Remember, they still have the Herald here too. If they can do another plate's worth of damage to this turret, you can summon up the Herald and knock down those last two, because you want to do something. When Jinx is left to just free farm plates off of the top lane turret, there's got to be a response elsewhere.
Yeah, and I give advantage to the team that does have Rift Herald, because that push has to be responded to. If the team with the Rift Herald can threaten on two turret taking pushes for themselves, and the secondary turret has 800 gold in it, a huge, huge reward. So you always have the upper hand as the team with the Rift Herald in pocket if you can actually get up and hit the turret. But both teams stick to the defense.
Buying time for that wave to crash anyway, and he can farm it up safely. Herald summoned up mid. JOSEDEODO just saying, all right, let's use this. Let's get the money. We're running out of time anyway. We can guarantee some damage on mid lane, which is a very valuable turret to take down, and often one of the more difficult ones. So they'll get 3 plates there, and then they decide it's time to bail, or do they? Aphromu's leading the charge, and now they're going in. Focus down onto a Blaze Olive, but he's not going to die just yet. He will manage to disengage. Golden Guardians looking for their chance. Licorice has the Gnar bar. He's ready. Oh, no!
Barrel roll! Do a barrel roll into the wall!
No!
Somersault.
Licorice really wanted to be able to jump that wall and find the Mega Gnar backwards, but it's not in the cards.
It was double teleport. Ooh, from Golden Guardians. Good stop watching this one up. It's really low. Bottom side as well for Golden Guardians. There's like one more hit on this turret plate left. There's only about 20 seconds left to get it though, so that one will not be collected by FlyQuest. Currently sitting at the Dragon lead and the 500 gold lead. Johnson does get up to this turret though, and with that Trinity Force, melts off another 2 turret plates in time.
Oh, there we go. Just barely getting that last one before Ole makes his way up here. He can't get the range or the angle for the dredge line. Pride Stalker's going to grab his own blue, or is he? FlyQuest moving in with Aphromu leading the charge yet again. I love Aphromu on playmakers. I love him on engage champions. Seconds ago, so these are much more vulnerable than they were, and with a little bit more time, Kumo should be able to take that one down. But Takoi might just beat him to it. Lots of damage under the mid lane tier 1. A Blaze Olive Realm Warp. Then nice flash over the Scout of the Week. And with Everfrost's lockdown, it's an easy 2v1 with Pride Stalker showing up.
Beautiful flash there from a Blaze. Once he flashes the stun and lands the root, Takoi is in the dirt, and that earns them. Could possibly be set up for both neutral objectives here. 20 seconds on Takoi. They opt for the second Rift Herald instead of going to the bottom side of the map because they already had people in position on top side. But Licorice here in the 1v1 is going to have a visitor as well. Jose's on the way.
Kumo's ready to go. As soon as the Irelia jumps in on Mega Gnar instead of Mini Gnar, you gotta know that somebody else is hanging out looking to join the fight. Oh, the Spectral Maw just barely missing out. JOSEDEODO goes for the slow there on the ulti, and it's enough to keep Licorice in place for Kumo to get the kill. FlyQuest strike back.
I think it's a really, really good response here because FlyQuest can also pick up the Dragon, and this is not Dragon number 1. This is Dragon number 2. So Golden Guardians invested off of the extra person advantage, the second Rift Herald. They had better get a lot out of this second Rift Herald. It only crashes into the turret. They don't even kill the turret. Honestly, that was Golden Guardians making a great pick on mid lane and then choosing to get second Rift Herald, giving up Dragon, giving up solo kill on the bottom side to Licorice, and giving up almost as much secondary turret damage in the aftermath anyways.
Right.
So better job by FlyQuest off of a mid lane death from them.
Really good start from Golden Guardians, but unfortunately the whole plan didn't pan out exactly as they had hoped. Guardians, we've been saying it all split, and I'm not going to stop until it changes. Golden Guardians' early games have been pretty consistently on point, but it's the mid game where things start to fall apart. FlyQuest coming in looking for the kill onto Ole, but they don't have the damage here just yet. Aphromu's going to be tanking it up as Golden Guardians look to respond. Nice shutdown onto Johnson. It's going to not just be 1, but make it 2. Kumo falls next. 3. JOSEDEODO's on the run. Let's keep on counting them, baby. Double kill over to a Blaze Olive. 3 dead on FlyQuest. And Golden Guardians find their fight.
Okay, Golden Guardians can get all these kills, but they need to start getting objectives. Mid tower has got to die now. A Blaze Olive going to try and take care of business for them, get an objective to their names. And if they can split it with Lost here too, that's actually quite good. Get the Jinx in on some of this money. opens up the map as well for the split pushing later. Gnar and Rise both have a minute to set up, so you've probably got another 15 seconds to finish up this secondary tower on outside. I really like this. They have plenty of time to recall now. You can reset and try and retake all of this vision leading up to the dragon through your jungle. Even though there are no wards yet, you have to assume that red side, since you've given it up to FlyQuest, could be warded. And so you'll see them group up and kind of cautiously retake position here. This is something whenever you overextend on one side of the map, you kind of make the assumption that your opponents have done the same. And of course, because it is setting up for Soul Point here, trying to rush out to early position is incredibly important. Kind of a late recall there from Ablaze, but he does have teleport, as we said, so he teleports back to secondary turret, and he'll be here for the push into the river.
Johnson clears out those wards, but now Golden Guardians move in to retake the brush. The battle for vision begins as the Hallowed Mist comes out. Johnson falling back now, wanting to keep himself in a safe enough spot. Afromu goes in. Ole's your target. No stopwatch here this time, but it's Afromu who's gonna die first. That's not the engage they needed, and FlyQuest lose the first man of the fight. Do they want to keep going here? Ole is very low. The remaining players of FlyQuest still have plenty of health to work with. Takoi's gonna back off, throw a couple of orbs as he does so, try to kite him out here, get some poke, equalize this as much as they can. JOSEDEODO, he'll bring that Drake out. Is now trying to camp the brush itself, but it's too big and it doesn't fit. Now, what's Licorice gonna do? He's got the Narbar charged. That could be a big game changer if he can find a multi-ulti, but nope, it won't happen. And the soul stack is stopped. Golden Guardians get their first Drake of the game.
Yeah, you see the fear effect of a Mega Gnar. All you have to do is transform. You don't get actual fear in the game, but real fear in your opponent
not the stat.
pumping. You know,
the answer was flight.
You have to, you have to give space there. The answer was flight, so they give it up. And very good denial here from Golden Guardians because of that kill, and now they're going to get a follow-up pick onto Kumo.
Yeah, I don't really see a whole lot of ways that Kumo gets out of here, maybe. Okay, Rune Prison, Everfrost, Super Mega Death Rocket, plenty of damage, Ablaze Olive, 3-1-4, 100% kill participation.
Yeah, there's no way there's a counter rush on Baron either from FlyQuest because it's still pretty early into the game, and they get a pick.
Oh, Ole going over the wall with the flash engage from the dredge line, and they force Johnson to flash out to get to safety.
Rise. It's the 3-item power spike. The most annoying tank Rise influence in the game is right now. This is a huge, huge power spike for Ablaze, especially because everybody except for Syndra greatly hindered in DPS.
Oh, look, so that means if there's any sort of desynchronization with FlyQuest jumping in and trying to make these fights happen, if Kumo jumps in alone, if Jose jumps in alone, the option to exhaust them,
they want to
very good. Now, Afromu's going to get jumped on. Ole's going in for the engage, and there is no way out of that one. Takoi now trying to deal with a Blaze Olive, but you just can't do it. The flash follow, and the Golden Guardians pick up 2 for free, going right back over to Baron.
Yeah, that's a beefy Rise right there. I guess even the magic damage dealer can't handle it, Flowers. Golden Guardians are going to get the Baron, and FlyQuest have no possible response except to push on secondary turret. With 2 members down, you have to continually run from the threat of Golden Guardians. So they try and do a little drive-by here, get secondary turret in mid, and then they've got to get out of there.
This is opposite game for the Golden Guardians. A rough early game that translates into some mid-game successes, and all of a sudden they're running away with it. 4,000 gold lead, 25 minutes into the game, and they've got 2.5 minutes of Baron to make that even more. His teamfight experience is truly unruly. There's no way for the poor cow to stay alive in the middle of everybody like that. It's like he doesn't even have an ulti at all. And now FlyQuest has to try to dig in and survive. The Golden Guardians onslaught is about to find its way to the tier 2 turrets. A Blaze Olive set up here in the side lane. He knows anything less than 3 people, he can at least get away. JOSEDEODO's hanging around nearby, but Rise is not afraid of the mist when the guy in the mist is just a punching bag at this point. And now the mid lane dive is coming out. Pride Stalker's going to lead the way. A Blaze Olive has made his way into the fight now as well as Everfrost finds the lockdown. It's going to be a kill on Takoi here at the start as Kumo is down to barely any HP. JOSEDEODO tries to come around and cut the wave, but all he's going to find is a bunch of rockets in the face. It's still just 1-0. Ole's going to be taken low, but a nice CC, a nice lockdown, and another nice kill.
Is it an end angle?
I think it might just be the game. Kobe, we got a teleport coming out. A Blaze Olive will be able to return with that one. There it is. JOSEDEODO and Kumo versus the Golden Guardians. I'm taking the Golden Guardians in this one. And Raz, I think you're about to take a bite of a habanero pepper because Golden Guardians turned this game around. They figured out the mid-game problems, and they earned their win against FlyQuest, 12-3.
You called it with the opposite day, Flowers. Golden Guardians with one of their quickest games of the split here. Ending this one out instantly off that Baron play.
Nicely done. FlyQuest was commanding a 1,500 gold lead or so for quite a while.